my bank app says, but I probably shouldn't. Who should I go? Credit Karma, right?
Well, what's your credit like on your credit card and shit?
Well, that's why I was like asking, like, do I need to go through Credit Karma or whatnot? Because I've been going through my bank app and I don't think it's accurate, 100% accurate.
What'd they say?
Let me pull that up.
Oh, was it just like send you an email and they
She used her number and all that, so but she told me it's like, yeah, it's going to be a complete process. And like, figures. They always want you to jump through hoops to get a house, but when it comes to selling, though, it's pretty simple. Eh, oh well. All right, credit score. Fuck, dude. Okay, it's gone up by 20 points.
what's it at?
541.
Oh fuck! Can't you ask anyone else for credit?
That's what we're trying to do right now.
Like who rejected you? The general? No, their insurance. I'm kidding.
Like, yeah, nice try, Bucko. I forgot who this dude's name was, but he said we had a lot to work on, so what I'm going to be doing is doing plenty of overtime, getting some of this debt paid off so that it'll raise my score, which I've been doing good so far. It's up by 20 points.
Ooh.
I think that
Bring it,
credit
bring
cards is
it.
the big hitters right now. So when we get to 640, the guy said reapply through me, we'll get you something.
And you're like, you could go kiss my fucking ass.
Well, we'll give ourselves a 6-month time limit basically to get that credit up.
Is that possible?
Oh yeah, I think it is. If we really buckle down and not really spend as much money as what we need to and mainly just put it towards like, debt, I think we can. Hell, honestly, I think we can do it less than that, honestly. Just pay the bills, then go towards the debt. Because if I can get a house up there, I sell this, that'd be good. And I can probably put a big chunk of it on the house. I mean, oh well, I'm not gonna let it discourage me anyway,
And that's
so
how much you would need for the credit.
the what?
The whole deal.
Yeah, they're just like, well, you will need, yeah, I would need 640 for a first time home buyer. So,
Even if it's for like $150,000
dude,
house.
we tried this with $119,000 house,
That's annoying. At
and
that
they're like, yeah,
point,
you
I'd
still
just be
need
like,
640.
at
I'm
that
just like, what
point,
the?
I would just be like, you know what? I'm gonna save up $120,000 and call it a day.
It's just like, holy hell. And yeah, if first time home buyer, the seller will cover like the fees and all that other shit, so I will not have to come up with anything down, I don't think. Maybe a couple thousand, but I'm only 1,000 away from that because I've been saving money, so
Is that same house that was 120,000 in Blue Springs?
I think so. It looked pretty good.
It was off of Belmore.
Bellamere, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna buy that before you. Just to f with you.
You fucking prick. Oh man. Yeah, no, that was the one though. Yeah, that
Yeah, they had
we was
that
trying to go.
originally 130, and then they lowered it. Thing is, it looks like a pretty easy fixer upper though.
Yeah, there wasn't much wrong with it. That's the thing.
Like you
And it's
just
they're just like,
definitely
no.
can like in multiple projects. The only thing that's awkward and stupid looking is how on the left
The
side
electrical room.
there's not two door or windows. It's just one and it's uneven.
Yeah, That was a little awkward, but we didn't really mind it.
Yeah, but then like of course maybe a new porch on the front, pavement, garden,
Yeah.
and then especially on the backyard, getting to get a back porch on that son of a bitch would look nice. Maybe a little canopy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that would.
Because that kind of looks ugly on the ass end, but it is a good fixer upper.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, no, you need a little bit better critter. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's
Man,
all mold in the fucking garage. Jesus.
but oh well. Get my credit up and I'm gonna reapply. Gonna get that credit up. Oh, ugh. Oh well. Like I said, it's fine. I'm not gonna let it discourage me, man.
Brand's choosing to be better. He's gonna be like, life's a bitch. I'm gonna own it.
I mean, I'm trying to get up there as fast as I can because I am done with down here. I guess me and my dad's been talking more.
Oh, you guys can move in with him.
Yeah, no. Look, I'll talk to him, but I will not live with him. You can forget it.
What? You don't want to play like farming sim? Maybe he's playing Trucker
I
Simulator. Dude, I kind of wanted to try that trucking simulator just so I can like
I did try
get better at like coaching these truck drivers on how to back in because it's a tight ass road.
it. Yeah, I know what road you're talking about too.
Oh man.
Well, it's not my fucking fault. It's like, well, how about you just shut the fuck up and let me show you? How about that?
Because I'm
Gosh,
good at
dude.
guiding him. It's just that our neighbors are
Yeah.
pricks sometimes to where I just don't want another confrontation with them because it is fucking annoying and a little bit stress inducing about it. But they haven't done anything though. Um,
Well, it's good at least. They haven't done shit,
it's
so
just a long story, but long story short is I've been having my camera out recording everything so we don't become liable for any damages or anything.
he's back. So basically, he's back with his bullshit again.
Somewhat, yeah. It's
Oh,
just I
jeez,
just
that
realized that through like it's just a lot of shit that's just too long to explain to where it's just even more of a
he just
headache
doesn't
to
know when to give
explain
up.
everything, and I'm just gonna just
Boomers.
deal with it,
I tell you what, man,
and
boomers.
the process won't be fun, but at the end of the day, we're gonna win. My job is to make
He's a
sure that we're
boomer.
all we're doing is win, 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 dun, 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 dun,
I know.
dun, dun,
Uh,
dun. All I do is win, win, win.
long time. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Do is win. Like, oh my god, oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. No way. That's why I keep making credit card payments and all this other stuff. Oh man, I'll get there eventually. I'll get there. I ain't gonna let this shit take forever. Forget that. Hell no. You suck a lot of dick. Hell no. No, but Cody does.
Kobe.
Oh, no. Copy. my gosh, Colby.
Oh my God, Brandon!
Colby.
Leave! Leave!
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Oh my
god.
God, Brandon! Leave!
It's just you start hearing it. Whirring. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Holy shit. Fuck. Fuck yeah. Oh, it's gonna start raining, I think. There we go.
There he goes.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, oh baby. Oh baby, a triple. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Gotta love it. Uh, what is going on here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. My gosh, really? That's already... Oh man, that's not good.
What's not good?
That's just not good. Uh, I'm playing Daisy on Xbox while talking to you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's James. Oh, oh my gosh, is that really you? No
Daisy,
fucking way.
Daisy.
What the heck? Oh man. So let's see. Uh, all of that needs to get so maybe start with the small stuff because oh shit, I gotta run to the nearest building. Uh, so let's see. This debt consolidator company is taking care of my biggest one right now.
What's happening?
Let's see. The what?
What did you say?
Um, this debt consolidation company is taking care of my biggest one right now for me, so I don't have to worry about that one. So let's see. About eight. That's right. Yeah, that's fine though. That I can get that easily paid off because I think I settled for 3,000 on that one. Yeah. Yep. That won't take long. Okay. Hmm. Oops. All right. How do I look up this stuff? Uh, V. Oh shit. Okay. Not much either. Could be worth something in the future. You never know. You never know.
They thought I was easy Pete, but little did they know is that I'm awfully difficult Pete.
And then I gotta send some cards to get graded.
Graded, huh?
Yeah, Pokemon cards.
You think you're gonna get a lot?
Well, I looked up, and if I go through Beckett or BGS, if I can get a perfect 10 black label, it is these cards I have will be worth over $2,000. So yes,
Nice. Nice.
but I don't want to start sending them off because the turnaround rate is just so ridiculous. Like it takes almost 2 months. So it's just like, no, no thanks.
Brandon's like, that's
I'll
like
wait till
two. Brandon's like, that's like 2 years.
You motherfucker.
2 months? That's like 2 years.
That's like 2 years to me, man. Like what the H? Okay,
Oh
like what the
heck.
H, man?
Oh
Oh heckin'.
heck.
Oh heckin'. Oh, I'm heckin' at this place. Oh,
Oh heck.
oh heck no. You really brought out the heck in me.
This is the part of me that you never got.
Hey, bro. Bro, keep singing like that. Oh, you better not stop there now. Oh, heckin'. Oh my gosh.
How do I do that?
It said HE double hockey sticks. Oh my gosh. No way. Oh, the binder's looking so good.
Look at all these chickens.
Look at all these Codys. Since Cody's forgotten about us. Nah, he's probably busy on Sundays anyways.
He's always busy with something. He's a busy boy.
I'll show him, busy boy.
I guess I just try to figure out this audio issue.
Audio.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
Discord again.
yeah, because
Discord sucks.
I'm just trying to figure out how to fucking get game and like video audio back onto OBS.
Oh, okay. It's quite a challenge, isn't it?
Always.
He did it.
Did I
They
figure
blew
it
up the
out?
lands west and east
Oh,
I
of the
just
did it?
Mojave,
figured it out.
damning them all to
Oh,
hell.
what was it?
Hang
The
on.
act was discovered 200
Okay,
years.
so this is definitely going to be no good. So that's a binder copy. I'm gonna keep this.
However, you're still going through desktop audio and Discord audio. Is that
Oh,
because Discord is also a part of that?
uh, what was it again? Let's see.
Let's
So,
see. Property.
hippity hoppity, you're now my property.
Or what I can do,
That's my copy, so I'm gonna keep that.
I
Now this
can
one, however.
mute Discord, and then you'll still go through desktop audio.
Oh, okay.
Let's see how that works.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's not worth it to even try selling this one. Fuck. Okay. Keep that. Yep. I'm gonna keep that one.
Why is that?
Well, I'm going off based of like how much each
Years later, as other couriers explored the Mojave wastes,
each company charges. Like
there
PSA,
they
what
saw
people mainly go
NCR
through.
relics,
They charge
reminders.
now $24 to have it graded. And if I was to get like a 10 out of that, it's only $40, so it'd be like a $20 profit. But if I got below that, I would be making less than what I paid for the card to have it graded. So
Head-ass Brandon.
This is the way it used to be.
and then I ordered myself a shipping label printer.
Man, it's been good talking with you.
Come on, Jax.
And
Who
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
start
is that? Where'd you come from?
auctioning off
Hey,
these
get the fuck out of
boxes
my
of the
house.
cards I have for $2
that,
each
Jax?
because Whatnot takes
No, Munchie.
8% commission fee
Scout.
and then I think a processing fee. So
And
that
then
would
a
leave
fuck
me
you
about
fee.
yeah, probably, you never know. Which would leave me about like $1.43 each sale.
Damn.
And that's what I'm trying to aim for, so.
No. Waylon. Billy has.
You got
Billy has.
Yeah.
What is in your
What
mouth?
would you do, Brandon, if a dog just brought a snake into the house?
Dead?
Yeah, your snake just brought a live snake in the house. What would you do?
I wouldn't freak out. I don't. I'm not afraid of snakes.
You're afraid of spiders, though.
I am, yes.
How do you get afraid of spiders more so than snakes, though?
I don't know. I always have been as a kid, and I guess it just never left.
Like, the way I see it is these spiders, I just assume all of them, like, their mouths are just too small to pierce skin, you know? But if you do see the fangs, you know, on a spider, that's when it's like, oh shit, I should be very careful.
Yeah,
But,
like that's the part I just don't like. I'm just like, oh
yeah.
shit.
At the same
I'm
time,
like,
I'm just...
maybe I shouldn't. Fuck with that. Hell, at least we don't live in Australia where they have like such big ass fucking spiders and shit.
Yo, bro, when did this
From, like,
game
what I've
get good,
heard.
bro?
How many days have you fasted in a row?
1 million.
How many days have you fasted in a row?
You don't
Because
want
apparently,
to know.
from
How
what I
many
heard, they got
days?
some
41
big
and a
ass
half.
spiders there in Australia.
What?
41 and a half.
You went 41 days with no food?
Water. And a little salt in the water, like a little electrolytes. And I lost.
Wow.
Yeah.
You still
See, when I
kinda
lock
looks
on, I can
fat.
do something.
Oh, I know that.
But
that's a crazy lock on. 41 days.
Well,
of
that
fast.
was
How much did
I
you
was
lose?
fasting for. It was mental. It was like I felt so bad for my daughter. I said I'm going to do this for you. It was something that I could do, you know, and apply it to. And it was like so emotionally tied into me. And I started fasting.
Oh,
and I
that's
go,
on
I
the
didn't
paper.
say I'm
Okay,
going to
that's
do
just
40
on the
days. I
penny
just said I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to start fasting right now. And I was praying for it. Like I was worried.
Let's see what.
And I did like 4 or 5 days.
Check
And I
and
was
see
getting
what
through
this
it. But
one
I
might
was
be
wanting to get
worth.
off
I
it.
don't
Then I was
know.
like, I got to start to eat because I'm really hungry. And I went and I talked to my daughter. I go, how are you feeling? She goes, I've been feeling good. She goes, have you been fasting for me? And I go, yeah. And she goes, thank you so much. And I literally went, okay, I got to keep going. I'm like,
1 million.
Close.
What the fuck? $1 million? A month?
I don't really want
$1 million a month?
I pay around $750 to like $900 a month.
Why? What are they posting? I'll be your clipper. What the fuck?
No, you're doing great.
I will clip you.
No.
Oh shit.
What?
It's just that meme I'm watching.
Oh, jeez. Whoa, yeah. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh. Oh, goodness me. Mega Obama snow.
Obagma.
I apparently can't talk.
Obagma.
Obagma. His name is Obagma. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not worth it. Alright, we're keeping you too, man. Alright. We're keeping you too! penny sleeves because I could reuse all those.
Damn, I
And
miss
these.
playing Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. That game was the shit.
Which
being
system
too
was it
difficult,
on?
along with being more
360. That's one of the
Oh,
first
shit.
360 games. Probably like not the very first, but one of the earlier games I
shit.
played.
explosive cinematic and just way more action-packed.
Damn,
All
that's
that Mitchell is
crazy.
missing here is a cigar to chomp down on, and a whole heap of cheesy one-liners whenever he blows someone away.
Bitchin'.
So if you want a
Yeah, it was
well-paced, enjoyably
bitchin'.
challenging game where the mechanics are a lot more cohesive with genuinely good AI,
Yeah, he was
well,
pretty
then I say go with the
bitchin',
360
you know.
version. Even though it really
If
is
you
like
know, you
chalk and
know.
cheese,
Well,
apples and oranges and
the
blondes
epic
and
part
brunettes.
was not
But
only
hey, I
directing your
mean,
own
some
squad,
guys prefer blondes to
but I
brunettes,
think you
so
could also,
we may as well talk about it anyway,
I don't
right?
remember if it was Dolphin Dive or if it was.
Alright, so the PC version wasn't developed by the A-Team at Ubisoft. Instead,
I
it's a
don't know,
developer called
who
Grin,
that
whose
was.
only real claim to fame is the video game adaptation of two films, Wanted and Terminator Salvation, which they
Damn,
turned
this
into
one
two
really
terrible
too?
video games. Compared to the 360
Terminator
version, like I
Salvation
said,
wasn't
this
that
one
bad
is
of
more
a
of a
video
tactical
game.
shooter in line with the original Ghost
I remember
Recon
everyone
games,
was playing with it
which
as a kid.
prioritize slow
But then again, it
movement,
could be
high
shit now.
lethality, taking your time, and playing much more sensibly. Your weapons have burst and single fire modes, and leaning around corners and using precise aim is a must. You can give your squad orders again on the tactical map, which shows the entire layout of the area,
This
along with
one-
enemy positions.
Yep,
You can even see the world through their eyes, well, their helmet cam anyway,
pretty good
which has
collection
pretty
going
much
on
no
so
use
far.
whatsoever, just outside of being a cool gimmick. In certain missions, you're given a drone which can highlight enemies, along with
Like
having
it.
them show
Nah,
up on the
that's
tactical
sick.
map.
That
So
just
you're never
tickles my
entirely left
scrotum.
in the dark as to where these threats are coming from. A lot of the environments also seem to be designed with multiple routes, giving you opportunities to flank the enemy.
What?
That just tickles your scrotum.
Yeah. This game did.
Okay.
Dude,
You gotta hear that, but hey.
Today I was going down 40 highway.
Oh,
and,
yeah?
I was in my truck, and then all of a sudden I heard a loud beeping noise, you know?
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
what the fuck is going on? I'm hearing beeping in my car, and I look down, and my engine is like all the way at 210 temperature. The engine's just
Oh.
overheating. I'm like, oh shit. I just pull
Oh,
over
no.
instantly to cool it down and then turn off the engine
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, you have to.
But I'm just saying, I'm glad I got a newer car to tell me that, because I was not looking at all at that gauge. Like, I don't think any other car would have reminded me. Maybe some, but
Yeah, some would have just beeped.
yeah,
But some don't, I don't think.
yeah, I wasn't even looking, but I
Oh.
got it back. I turned around, got it back, and then I look at the coolant tank, and it's practically empty. I'm like, oh shit.
So do you have a leak?
No, I don't think it just was replaced in a while. But I ended up going to O'Reilly's to get more coolant for it.
Oh, man.
And the check engine like went on and everything. I'm like, oh shit, I hope this hasn't been like happening for too long.
Yeah, that would have freaked me out and shit. Because you don't know what it is. Like, that's the thing until you figure it out.
Yeah. So I grabbed the manual out to look at where the fuck the coolant tank is. I'm like, oh shit, it's that thing right
Oof.
there. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, in the manual it said, this is the coolant line. And it's supposed to be at or a little above the coolant line. And it was just completely below it.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta get some more coolant. And luckily it was only like $15, but holy shit, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it would have me too, because it's like, it could be anything. But it was just low, so that's the good part at least.
I'm just glad the light still works though, because I was able, after
Oh,
like
yeah,
dumping like a good chunk of the fucking coolant in there and everything, and driving somewhere else, and then coming back like an hour, like not an hour, but 40 minutes later, I turned back on when I was going to Bass Pro Shop. um, the engine light went off, you know, so apparently everything's hunky-dory again. But holy shit, though. That thing was trying to keep on climbing when I turned around to go back home, you know? It kept on trying to, but I just wasn't using the gas as much.
It gets worse when you're idling, like if you're at a light, because that happened to me. Like, I mean, that shit jumped almost to the red, like while I was idling one day.
Did you scream for help?
I had to like immediately pull over. And I had a leak in the hose. That's what it was. So I had to buy a new hose for that SUV. I'm just like, oh shit.
You're like, I hate my life.
Good thing he was on my day off.
Image from different angles, which is the main improvement I think it has over the 360 version. There's even some pretty cool physics with the destructible vehicles, where you can shoot out windows and individual tires. And all of this is a good idea in principle, except for one massive catastrophic failure, and that's how fucking bad this friendly AI is. Honestly, I'm convinced that the people who gave this game good scores back when it first came out didn't play past the first couple of missions, because at times this thing is borderline broken. I don't think it's an overstatement to say that the AI in the older Tom Clancy games is better than the stuff we get in this one. And all of the customization and freedom in where you can tell these guys to go and what to do doesn't really mean a damn thing if they're not actually able to do it. Even when they manage to carry out an order, they just do it with such little purpose. Like they kind of casually meander over to the spot where you've ordered them to. And half the time, they don't even move to the spot itself. They'll inexplicably stop short for no reason.
Here it is, okay.
In position, standing by. Oh, good for you!
They're also really inconsistent in dealing with the enemies. Sometimes one of your guys will wipe out half a dozen without breaking a sweat, but then other times a single rebel's going to clean up your entire squad. I understand that this is a tactical squad-based shooter, and you are supposed to be keeping an eye on your boys. I mean, their lives are in your hands. But if they can't do something as simple as going where you tell them to, well, it just kind of feels like you're babysitting a bunch of kids, as opposed to leading this group of highly trained soldiers. I mean, if I had an option in-game to tell them to not shit their pants, it wouldn't have surprised me. Having all these alternate routes in between buildings is often kind of pointless, because most of the time the AI can't pathfind their way through.
Automatic litter box from Temu.
Why? You don't like shoveling shit?
No.
Oh. Well, you should learn to love it.
No.
Oh. Through them, and instead just prefer to run down the main roads. At which point they may as well have an air raid siren tied around their necks, announcing their present to the entire world. At one point, one of my guys got stuck simply trying to walk past a shipping container, and he got caught in this infinite loop of just walking into the wall over and over. A couple of missions later, the same thing happened, and the funny thing was, I couldn't even go back to get him, because the game said that I was leaving the designated mission area. Yeah, thanks.
You're leaving the mission area. Get back in the war, Mitchell.
At one point, these guys couldn't even walk up a goddamn hill. Like, they literally could not master the obstacle of a sloped gradient. Also, at the end of this mission, the task...
But it works, though. For only $108. What?
You rode the short bus to school before, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys have, like, a creed, like a group? Like,
no.
Kind of like the sisterhood of the traveling pants?
I only had to ride it because the big buses couldn't get down my street.
There's this other kid who
Fuck
I hired.
What?
There's this other kid that I hired that he's getting comfortable with everything. He's doing great. And everybody kind of like the topic, I don't know how it came up to where it was like he mentioned how he rode the short bus, you know, to school at one point, like you. And everyone was just giving him shit about it. It was so funny. Mainly me. That's his boss. I'm just giving him shit over it. Oh, man. I just couldn't resist, though.
Just like, oh my gosh.
Burns like, yeah, I feel for that guy. And then he's like, wait, what's his name? I might know him. He's a part of my group.
What's his name?
My short best friend group. There's like 10 of us in the country.
Of simply hopping on a chopper was too much to deal with as well.
And
Wait, what's his name?
You know when you see a video of a
I don't
zookeeper
know.
coming out and holding hands with a monkey, and the monkey just kind of stands there looking around at the crowd?
I know that motherfucker. He left us high and dry. He left us high and dry. And now I'm gonna starve.
The PC developer Grin compromises most of the developers who went on to form Overkill, making the Payday games Grunt 1 and 2. Fuck that game series. Payday 1 and 2 was dog shit. What a dog shit game. I only played Payday 1, but what a dog shit game. I remember playing that shit. And that shit made no damn sense on how the fuck you were supposed to win.
It wasn't really a favorite.
You played it before Payday?
Yeah, it wasn't a favorite.
Like, they were trying to do like a bank robber type simulator thing, you know, with it. But it just was so stupid in the end. At the end of the day, you have like police, SWAT team, helicopters, snipers, all the above just shooting at you, and you had to like regroup to a van or escape vehicle at the end of each thing, and you're just getting mowed down. You're just like a bullet sponge, and that shit always pissed me off. That game was just such a shitty thing.
I couldn't with it.
You know what's funny is that when Payday 2 came out, there was this YouTuber called the Act Man, you know? And he came to, like, he kind of criticizes games, you know, good games and even very bad games. And they paid him to come and play Payday 2. And apparently Payday 2 got horrible reviews, you know, and whatever. And you know what happened? He doesn't do a negative video about it at all. He just kind of skirts that under the rug because they probably paid him a good chunk of money and shit.
To like not say shit.
Yeah.
Probably.
But he'll definitely go after other games that release and are shitty, you know. But just don't remember that one.
Yeah, really.
Have you ever played the Battlefield Bad Company campaigns? The first game?
Not the Bad Company.
Not Bad Company? Dude, that one was a treat back then.
Not Bad Company.
That was a treat back then. This was, I think, a 2007.
Was that a pretty good one?
Oh, yeah, it was really good for its time. I remember we rented that from, like, Blockbuster. I played the shit out of that. Yeah, it was like when Blockbuster was on its last leg, you know? And it was just trying to get people to come through.
Netflix assassinated them.
Yeah, and like they were doing this like, oh, get this like subscription based thing or whatever, and you can like rent as many games as you want, come in, come out same day even if you don't like a game, and do that. And I remember me and my brother did that, and Bad Company was one of them. And jeez, that shit was so fun. And the comedy was fun too.
Wild.
Brian's like, oh my god, Boomer. Oink.
I thought Blockbuster was good, you know, but Netflix kind of had to ruin that. But I mean, really ain't shit you can do about it.
Yeah, because you ain't shit, Brandon. Oh.
How would you say that? Oh. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker.
Ew. Gross.
I'm gonna get you, you son of a bitch. This motherfucker's asking way too much for this shit. What the boom? What the boom?
So, Brandon, what kind of conspiracy theories are you looking into lately?
I haven't really watched any lately.
There hasn't been any good ones lately.
Yeah, nothing's really caught my eye on those.
Is there any good icebergs?
Wonder what there is. I don't know.
These look pretty cool. They even have, this video is an hour and 40 minutes long, and
Oh shit.
it's only layer 1.
Damn. Check that one out, maybe.
The crystal skull in the Memphis Pyramid refers to one of the most bizarre architectural mysteries.
I remember seeing a video of that. So, like, there's a Bass Pro Shop, and it has a glass pyramid on the ass of it. Have you seen that?
No, not that one, no.
I don't even know why they made such a fucking atrocious looking building like that. Jesus Christ.
In modern America. This tale begins with Isaac Tigret, the eccentric founder of Hard Rock Cafe, who secretly embedded mystical objects throughout Memphis's 321-foot tall glass pyramid during its construction in 1991. In December of that year, construction workers discovered something that wasn't in the building plans. Welded to a steel beam at the very apex of the pyramid, 300 feet above the Mississippi River, was a small black metal box. When officials pried it open, they were hit with the overwhelming scent of incense and found a blue velvet-lined container holding a crystal skull about the size of a man's fist. Tigret claimed this wasn't just any ordinary crystal skull. According to him, the object had materialized in the hands of his spiritual guru, Satya Sai Baba, during a private meeting in India. Tigret was a devoted follower of the controversial mystic,
the only other theory,
sounds like this guy was like a fucking pagan worshiper or some shit. What a fucking weirdo. He put, like, at the tippy top of the fucking glass ass pyramid, he put like this fucking skull the size of a man's fist and a chest and went pried open, you know. People are just baffled by it. What the fuck?
Devastating car crash in California.
The only one that really catches my attention is the black hole theory about they don't actually crush you, or with the immense gravity, they lead you to another universe, like a wormhole.
But like at the end of the day, it's just like, how do we know?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a conspiracy theory, of course.
Isn't that why they even call evolution still a theory? Is because at the end of the day, it's like, were you there?
It's like, were you there? No, you were born millions of years later.
Like, you were a tadpole a million years ago. No, like, I wasn't even born a million years ago, bitch.
Yeah, I wasn't even born a million years ago, man. Some tadpole was. Like,
I just don't know. It's all weird, goofy shit. Or like simulation theory. It's like, how the fuck do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I find that one really stupid, kind of.
The skull was what experts call an apotropaic
We're all in a big simulation.
Designed to
okay, how do you know? Like, can you explain it to me then?
It's because people think they're in a Marvel movie when they say it. Plain and simple.
But Tigrit had hidden more than just this single artifact. He
Why
admitted
would
to
you
placing
leave,
multiple crystal
ass?
and mystical objects throughout the building, though the others have never been found despite decades of searching. When Tigrit learned that officials had removed his crystal skull, his response was chilling. You don't have any idea what you have done, he warned, claiming that the cosmic balance of the Earth itself could be disrupted by its removal.
If he was, then
What
I
happened
would say
next
your
seemed
actions
to
would
validate his
never have
ominous
consequences
prediction.
to them.
The Memphis Pyramid became known as the Tomb of Doom due to its string of catastrophic failures.
Then again,
The
I
very
don't know.
first event, a concert by
Being
country
there,
duo
we
The
don't know.
Judds, was ruined when toilets backed up and flooded the building.
Alright, that's a false ass equivalence there. Fuck off. So, this dude puts a skull in the fucking chest at the top of the gay ass pyramid. And, essentially they have like some sort of concert like later down the line. And they're gonna attribute the curse to a bunch of plumbing errors happening at this big ass concert event in the building. Oh shit, no, the toilets got clogged up and it's because of this fuck off skull they removed at the tippy top of the pyramid.
Okay,
Multiple deaths occurred at the location, including a stagehand who fell to his death and someone who was shot in the parking lot.
I don't know.
Oops.
Have shitty
Okay, maybe that's a tragedy, but still though, at the end of the day, you don't know. Okay, so essentially it's not only the toilets getting clogged up, but a couple people dying from like falling and a gunshot wound and shit. It's like, okay, that's a tragedy, but still, what does that have to do with this fuck off glass skull? This is like Indiana Jones level shit.
I don't think the spirits are gonna, want to, clog your fucking toilet just for the shits and giggles for it, okay?
In 2004. For a
Thank
decade,
God
it
the
sat
building was
empty
banned in
except for
2004.
occasional film shoots. The structure that was meant to be Memphis's answer to the St. Louis Arch had become a monument to failure. The ultimate irony came when the pyramid was finally converted into what it is today, a massive Bass Pro Shops sporting goods store. The ancient...
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a Bass Pro doodad back then, but just some sort of fuck-off event center, and then Bass Pro ended up taking it and converting it. Oh man, they should have just bulldozed the fucking thing because it looks atrocious.
Mystical architecture that was supposed to channel cosmic energy now houses fishing gear and hunting equipment. Even now, those other crystal and mystical objects that Tigrit placed throughout the building remain hidden somewhere within the structure, their locations known only to him. Whether they continue to influence the pyramid's fate remains a matter of speculation for those who believe in such things. Everyone is an actor, also known as the Truman Show reality theory, suggests that your entire life is an elaborate performance staged specifically for you. According to this belief, Every person you encounter, from family members to strangers on the street, are paid actors following carefully scripted roles. The theory draws its name from the 1998 film, where Jim Carrey's character unknowingly lives his entire life on a television set. Believers claim this fictional scenario reflects their actual reality. They point to seemingly coordinated behaviors among people around them, arguing that conversations feel too convenient or that strangers appear at suspiciously perfect moments. Proponents often cite what they call glitches in the matrix as evidence. These include people wearing identical clothing in public spaces, overheard conversations that seem tailored to their current situation, or witnessing the same person in multiple unrelated locations. Some believers document license plates with repeating numbers or alphabetical sequences, interpreting these as production codes for their personal show. The theory gained traction online through forums where people share detailed logs of supposed acting inconsistencies. They describe family members breaking character during emotional moments or noticing that acquaintances possess knowledge they shouldn't reasonably have. Some point to the rise of reality television.
No. Let's just say it's all real. Every single theory, conspiracy theory, is real. The whole world's a fucking contradiction at that point.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like, seriously, they can't all be
and
real.
social media
Some,
as
but
proof that surveillance entertainment has become
I think
normalized.
other conspiracy theories
Believers
would start
often
to
reference the
contradict other
concept of
ones.
gang stalking, where they claim organized groups coordinate to monitor and influence their daily activities.
So this one's like the Truman Show basic conspiracy theory, where it's like throughout your life everything is coordinated and there's just paid actors around you.
God, it's like that one movie. Oh.
Yeah, the Truman Show.
Yeah, yeah.
Jim Carrey, where he's just like born on TV, and
oh my god,
his whole world is basically around actors who he doesn't know are, and basically it's just all about him and his life.
Interpret random encounters, repeated song lyrics on the radio, and targeted advertisements as evidence of behind-the-scenes manipulation.
Yeah, until he found out the truth and shit.
The theory intersects with simulation hypothesis discussions, though it focuses specifically on human actors rather than computer-generated reality. Some adherents believe they were chosen for this treatment due to special abilities or important family connections, while others think they're simply random test subjects in a psychological experiment. Eisenhower's golfing trip centers on a mysterious 14-hour disappearance of the 34th president that conspiracy theorists claim was actually humanity's first...
Wait, how long was Eisenhower missing?
The 34th president that conspiracy theorists claim was actually humanity's first official diplomatic meeting with extra...
Wait, what? Eisenhower's
golfing trip centers on a mysterious 14-hour disappearance of...
So Eisenhower was missing for 14 hours, and they just say, oh, he was meeting aliens.
The 34th president that conspiracy theorists claim was actually humanity's first official diplomatic meeting with extraterrestrial beings.
That's what this video is saying.
On February 20th, 1954, President Dwight Eisenhower was vacationing in Palm Springs, California, when he suddenly vanished from public view for nearly an entire day. The White House scrambled to explain his absence, initially claiming he had chipped a tooth while eating fried chicken and needed emergency dental work. The press secretary later changed the story, saying it was a routine dental appointment that had been scheduled in advance. But researchers point to inconsistencies in these official accounts. The dentist supposedly treating Eisenhower couldn't be reached for comment, and no medical records were ever produced. More intriguingly, several witnesses reported seeing the presidential motorcade heading toward Edwards Air Force Base, not toward any dental office. According to the conspiracy theory, Eisenhower was actually attending a secret summit at the base with representatives from multiple alien civilizations. The most detailed accounts describe a meeting between the president, military officials, and beings from two distinct extraterrestrial groups, one seeking to establish peaceful relations and share technology, while another allegedly warned about more hostile alien factions already operating on Earth. Some versions claim Eisenhower was shown advanced alien technology and even
So this Eisenhower deal is, they say he was missing for 13 hours. Alright.
Okay.
They say
Alright.
he was missing because he had a chipped tooth and had to go to the dentist. The dentist did not provide any record of that. So they realized his vehicle, or his was it? I forgot what they said, but they saw his limo or whatever going towards the airfield base and not or some airport, and not to the dentist's office or whatever. And then all of a sudden they dove toward him going to go meet aliens. So how do you go from, couldn't he have been, going to, a secret nuclear, weapons, meeting or something like that? What does that mean? How do you get he went to go meet aliens from this conspiracy?
Taken aboard spacecraft for demonstration purposes. The supposed agreement reached during this meeting would have granted aliens permission to conduct limited research on humans in exchange for technological advancement, laying the groundwork for what theorists call the modern UFO cover-up. The timing aligns suspiciously with the height of Cold War tensions and America's push into space technology, leading some to wonder if our rapid technological advancement in the following decades had extraterrestrial assistance. The Mahabharata atomic warfare description suggests that...
And they attribute it because we had rapid, technological advancements after the 1950s. Okay.
Ancient Hindu texts contain detailed accounts of nuclear weapons being used thousands of years before the Manhattan Project. This conspiracy theory centers on specific passages from the Mahabharata, one of Hinduism's great epics dating back over 2,000 years. Proponents point to vivid descriptions of weapons that seem to mirror the effects of atomic bombs with unsettling precision. The text describes weapons called Brahmastra and Vimanas that could unleash devastating destruction. One passage details a weapon that produced a blazing shaft with the effulgence of smokeless fire that reduced entire armies to ash within seconds. Another describes how victims of these weapons had their hair and nails fall out, and how food became poisoned after the attack. These descriptions allegedly match the symptoms of radiation poisoning with remarkable accuracy. The texts speak of warriors needing to wash themselves and their equipment in rivers after battles involving these weapons, which theorists claim mirrors decontamination procedures. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb, reportedly quoted the Bhagavad Gita after witnessing the first nuclear test, saying, "Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds." Some conspiracy theorists claim this wasn't just poetic coincidence, but recognition of ancient nuclear knowledge. The theory extends beyond weapons to include descriptions of flying vehicles called Vimanas that could travel great distances and engage in aerial combat. Ancient astronaut theorists often connect these accounts to extraterrestrial intervention in human development. Mainstream scholars interpret these passages as mythological and metaphorical rather than literal descriptions of advanced technology. They argue that ancient peoples used the most powerful imagery available to them to convey the devastating nature of divine or supernatural warfare. However, believers point out that many details in these texts had no frame of reference for ancient writers unless they were describing real events. McCamey Manor represents what many consider the darkest extreme of haunted house entertainment, though conspiracy theorists argue it crosses far beyond entertainment into something much more disturbing. Located in Tennessee and previously Alabama, this attraction operates under the guise of an extreme haunted house experience. Owner Russ McCamey requires participants to sign a 40-page waiver, pass a physical examination, and undergo a background check before entering.
Have you ever heard of McCamey Manor? It's where this guy converts his own property into a haunted house, making it very extreme, you know, down to the point of like,
oh, yeah,
this dude
waivers and all that.
Yeah, and it's not technically. I don't think it's technically legal, but essentially, like he wanted to make, or he loves haunted houses to where he's just like, oh, and if you pass our haunted house, then you could win like X amount of dollars, thousands or whatever, kind of like a little reward for lasting, you know. But it goes too far to where it's just like them actually putting their hands on you and basically waterboarding you, getting really physical, those sort of things. I don't know the extent, but very of a stress-inducing environment, you know.
Yeah.
And there's been a few times where some people have made it to the end to where he eventually just like at the last second called it off, saying, "Oh, you can't go any longer with this because you're gonna die if you do," just so they don't get the money. That shit's so funny.
So it's just a sick kink of his to just torture people at that point.
Yeah, that was just my remembrance of it, but let me see what goes on.
The experience can last up to 10 hours, with no safe word to stop the ordeal once it begins.
Yeah, no safe word at all. Like, you can't stop it.
What sets McCamey Manor apart from typical haunted attractions
involves
physical contact,
like, oh, no, sorry, we're gonna have to cut this off.
manipulation, and scenarios that many witnesses describe as resembling enhanced interrogation techniques rather than entertainment. Participants report being waterboarded, forced to consume
At that point, I would think they'd still be able to sue,
alive,
even though they signed a waiver,
to
because
sensory
a lot of that shit they did was
the conspiracy
not
centers
legal.
around.
You know, they deserve it though, because why the fuck would you want to go through this experience? Fuck off. You deserve it at the end.
That for the money, no. Honestly, if they're that desperate, then you might as well just. I'd rather be in like, I don't know, credit card debt or some shit than do that.
Who do you blame if you accidentally burn yourself on the stove?
Elements. McCamey films every session, creating an extensive video library that some theorists believe serves purposes beyond documentation. No participant has ever completed the full experience to claim the supposed $20,000 prize, leading to speculation about whether completion is actually possible or intended. Former participants and staff members have come forward with allegations that McCamey derives pleasure from the psychological breakdown of visitors.
Yeah, he's a
Several have
freak.
described the experience as legitimate trauma rather than controlled fear, with some requiring
no
therapy
thanks on all that. That's
Legal
wild.
experts question how
That's
McCamey
honestly
Manor
fucking,
operates
like,
within
wild
existing laws, particularly regarding assault and
that
battery
people
statutes.
would like rather
The
do that
extensive
shit.
waiver system and carefully constructed legal framework suggest sophisticated knowledge of legal loopholes rather than
really
simple
need the
haunted
money,
house
so
operations.
it's like
The
you're
most
really gonna
disturbing
do
conspiracy
this.
theories propose that McCamey Manor serves as a testing ground for psychological manipulation
Like
techniques,
you're really gonna
potentially
do
connected
this.
to broader research into human breaking points and control mechanisms.
Okay, that's a...
Daniel Douglas Hume represents one of history's most perplexing cases of alleged supernatural ability. This 19th century Scottish medium demonstrated feats that defied explanation, witnessed by some of the era's most credible observers. Hume's signature ability was levitation, not parlor tricks or stage illusions, but full-body levitation witnessed by scientists, aristocrats, and skeptics alike. In 1868, at Ashley House in London, Hume allegedly floated out of a third-floor window and back through another, witnessed by multiple people including Lord Lindsay and Lord Adair. What sets Hume apart from other mediums is his track record. During a 25-year career, he was never once caught in fraud. The Society for Psychical Research investigated him extensively, as did physicist Sir William Crookes, who observed Hume lifting heavy objects without touching them and playing an accordion sealed in a wire cage. Hume could also handle red-hot coals barehanded without injury, elongate his body by up to 6 inches, and cause furniture to move across rooms. These phenomena occurred in well-lit conditions, often in the homes of witnesses rather than controlled seance settings. His clientele included Napoleon III, Queen Sophia of the Netherlands, and Russian Tsar Alexander II. These weren't gullible spiritualists, but political leaders who witnessed events they couldn't explain. The mystery deepens when considering Hume never charged money for his demonstrations.
What?
He lived off the generosity of wealthy patrons, claiming his abilities were a divine gift that shouldn't be commercialized. Modern theories suggest Hume may have discovered principles of psychokinesis or anti-gravity that mainstream science has yet to understand. Others propose he was an early master of psychological manipulation on a scale never replicated. Voodoo economy describes the conspiracy theory that global financial systems operate through deliberate manipulation designed to mystify and control populations rather than genuine market forces. Proponents claim that economic indicators like inflation rates, unemployment figures, and gross domestic product are artificially constructed to create the illusion of natural market cycles. According to this theory, central banks and financial institutions coordinate to engineer boom and bust periods that benefit elite investors while keeping ordinary citizens in a state of economic uncertainty. The theory suggests that complex financial instruments like derivatives and credit default swaps serve as modern equivalents of magical incantations designed to obscure the true mechanisms of wealth transfer. These tools allegedly allow insiders to predict and profit from market movements while appearing to operate within legitimate frameworks. Believers point to events like the 2008 financial crisis as evidence of coordinated manipulation, claiming that housing market collapse was deliberately triggered to consolidate wealth and property ownership among connected individuals. They argue that bailout programs represented wealth transfers disguised as economic stabilization measures. The Federal Reserve's quantitative easing policies are often cited as examples of creating money through seemingly mystical processes that benefit financial institutions while devaluing savings held by regular citizens. Critics suggest these policies operate more like ritualistic wealth redistribution than sound monetary policy. Some versions of this theory incorporate actual occult elements, claiming that financial decisions are timed according to astrological events or numerological significance, pointing to market movements that allegedly correlate with specific dates or celestial alignments. This
Where's all the shit coming after Bill Gates now since he's been outed on the Epstein files? Like, no one's coming after him.
And it's like, well, you see, it's like, no, need to like.
This is a weird one, and I think it's all bullshit. But it says that Bill Gates owns the Vatican. What the fuck?
Claims that Microsoft founder Bill Gates secretly purchased the Vatican through a complex web of shell companies and cryptocurrency transactions. The theory centers around Gates' massive wealth and his documented meetings with Pope Francis between 2015 and 2018. Supporters point to the Vatican's growing embrace of digital technology during this period, including the launch of Vatican News website and the Pope's increased social media presence. They argue these technological upgrades were funded through Gates' hidden investment. Believers highlight several suspicious financial movements. In 2019, the Vatican Bank reported unusual cryptocurrency holdings worth approximately $2.8 billion, funds that supposedly trace back to Microsoft subsidiaries. The theory suggests Gates used his foundation's charitable status to mask the transaction as a religious donation. The alleged motivation involves Gates gaining access to the Vatican's extensive archives and centuries of accumulated religious artifacts. Conspiracy theorists claim he seeks ancient manuscripts containing suppressed scientific knowledge, particularly documents about early computing concepts and mathematical principles that could advance artificial intelligence development. Some versions of the theory point to the Vatican's shift towards supporting vaccine distribution in developing countries, aligning with Gates' public health initiatives. They argue this policy change represents evidence of his behind-the-scenes influence over papal decisions. The most extreme believers suggest Gates now controls the Pope's public statements through advanced deepfake technology, explaining what they see as contradictions in recent papal addresses. They claim the real Pope Francis has been replaced by a digitally manipulated spokesperson promoting Gates' global agenda. Physical evidence supposedly includes mysterious server installations beneath St. Peter's Basilica and the presence of Microsoft security personnel during papal audiences, though no credible documentation supports these claims. Salvador Dali's scatological magic suggests that the famous surrealist painter incorporated excremental symbolism and waste-related imagery into elaborate occult rituals designed to unlock hidden dimensions of consciousness.
How was work, Brandon?
Oh, just busy.
Busy, huh? How
Oh,
so?
yeah. Oh, it always is. It's just so busy.
So just your anxiety gets all
Shit. Oh, it's just people not wanting to do their own job, but what can you do? Nothing, I guess. But
do you have to pick up their slack?
yes. And it gets annoying. But there ain't nothing I could do about it, so.
When are they gonna fire him?
Please, I don't think they ever will.
That's funny.
It's the issue. I just don't never think they will. I mean,
what if you start doing it?
This theory centers on Dali's fascination with what practitioners call scatological magic, a branch of ritual magic that uses bodily waste as a conduit for spiritual transformation. According to believers, Dali discovered that excrement contains powerful psychic energy that can be harnessed through specific artistic and ceremonial practices. The evidence points to several of Dali's paintings from the 1930s and 1940s that feature prominent excremental imagery, often disguised within his trademark melting landscapes and impossible architectures. His painting, The Lugubrious Game, contains explicit scatological elements that supporters claim represent magical symbols rather than mere shock value. Proponents argue that Dali learned these techniques during his association with occultist circles in Paris, particularly through connections to followers of Aleister Crowley's magical system. They claim Dali would perform private rituals in his studio, using his own waste mixed with specific pigments to create paintings that functioned as magical talismans.
What a degen.
The theory gains traction from Dali's documented interest in Freudian psychology and his belief that accessing the unconscious mind required breaking through society's deepest taboos. His autobiography contains several references to excremental experiences from childhood.
This dude literally wakes up out of bed and he's like, yeah, I want to have that on my face. What kind of fucking mustache is that?
Childhood that allegedly shaped his artistic vision. Some researchers point to the unusual preservation methods Dali used for certain works, suggesting he incorporated organic materials that would continue the magical working long after the painting's completion. They claim this explains why certain Dali paintings seem to have an unsettling psychological effect on viewers that goes beyond their visual impact. Mars Was the Garden of Eden proposes that humanity's biblical paradise wasn't located on Earth, but on our red neighboring planet. This theory suggests that before Mars became the barren wasteland we see today, it was a lush, habitable world where the first humans lived in perfection. Believers point to mounting scientific evidence that Mars once had a thick atmosphere, flowing rivers, and vast oceans. NASA's rovers have discovered dried riverbeds, mineral deposits that only form in water, and polar ice caps containing enough frozen water to cover the entire planet's surface. The theory claims this wasn't just any habitable world, but specifically the biblical Eden. The story goes that Mars lost its protective magnetic field around 4 billion years ago, allowing solar radiation to
And
strip
now I
away
wait
its
for the next
atmosphere and
reset.
boil off its water into space. According to this narrative, the inhabitants, our ancestors, were forced to evacuate to Earth as their world died around them.
I don't know.
Ancient astronaut theorist Michael Barra and researcher Richard Hoagland have championed variations of this concept, pointing to alleged structures on Mars that resemble pyramids and faces. They argue these are remnants of an advanced civilization that matches descriptions of Eden's perfection.
Are you sure?
The theory attempts to reconcile the timeline by suggesting that the days
That's
mentioned
what we call him, Head Ass Brandon. Because he gives some good head ass.
Are you sure?
in Genesis actually represent vast geological periods. When Mars became uninhabitable, the survivors brought with them advanced knowledge that explains humanity's sudden leap from primitive hunter-gatherers to complex civilizations. Some versions claim that the famous face on Mars, photographed by Viking One in 1976, is actually a monument left by the Edenic civilization, though higher resolution images have shown it to be a natural rock formation. Still, believers maintain that NASA deliberately obscures evidence of Mars' former glory to hide humanity's true origins.
A lot of people would have to be keeping that.
This entry explores the theory that 7 specific nations exist in a protected sphere.
Just like them saying that NASA's trying to hide the true origins about Mars and shit, saying how it's like where we came from as humans.
Ah, jeez.
Immune from direct United States military intervention despite ongoing tensions and conflicts worldwide. The conspiracy suggests these countries maintain their safety not through military might alone, but through complex webs of economic interdependence, nuclear deterrence, and strategic positioning that make direct confrontation too costly for American interests. China tops this list due to its role as America's largest trading partner and holder of significant U.S. debt. The theory points to the economic mutually assured destruction that would result from direct conflict between these superpowers. Russia earns its place through nuclear parity and its position as a critical energy supplier to European allies. Theorists note how even during peak Cold War tensions, direct military engagement remained off the table. North Korea presents an interesting case. Despite decades of hostile rhetoric, theorists argue its protection comes from its position as a buffer state between China and U.S. allies.
They're covering the true origins.
I heard that Iran ended up hacking into the Epstein files and claimed that they were able to like have blackmail against Trump from bombing him.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, what?
Everyone's always out to get Trump.
If they want to foment unrest, they might as well just leak it out now.
Yeah, at that point, to stop trying to use it as blackmail.
Yeah, like, if I was in charge, I'd be like, listen, Israel is already trying to get America to bomb us. And, what do we have to lose? Because
yeah,
it would basically get him, like, fucking impeached, really. If they were able to leak that shit out.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Iran's just like, if you don't do this, we might just leak this info. It's like, then do it.
Then
just
Trump's
do it.
Like, Cap.
Cap. Wrong. There is no blackmail against me.
Plus,
only black
the devastating
women.
consequences any conflict would have on the Korean Peninsula. Iran maintains its immunity through regional influence and the potential to destabilize global oil markets. The theory suggests that despite sanctions and proxy conflicts, direct invasion would create more problems than it solves. Pakistan's nuclear weapons and strategic importance in regional conflicts allegedly provide its shield, while Saudi Arabia's protection stems from its oil reserves and deep financial ties to American interests. The seventh nation varies depending on the theorist, but often includes countries like Turkey due to NATO membership complications, or Venezuela for its oil reserves and regional alliances. Proponents point to decades of proxy wars, economic sanctions, and political maneuvering as evidence that these nations receive different treatment than countries like Iraq, Libya, or Afghanistan, which lacked such protective factors when they faced direct military intervention. Taman Shud refers to one of Australia's most perplexing cold cases, centered around an unidentified man found dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide on December 1st, 1948. The mystery deepens immediately when you examine what investigators discovered. The man carried no identification, and all clothing labels had been meticulously removed. In his coat pocket, they found a scrap of paper bearing the phrase Taman Shud, Persian words meaning ended or finished, typically found on the final page of poetry collections. This led police to a rare copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, discovered in a car near the beach. The book's final page had been torn out, matching the paper found on the body perfectly. But here's where things get truly strange. Penciled in the back of the book was an apparent code. 5 lines of seemingly random letters, Margo Ababid, Metbim Panetipi, Argo Abardi, Guabi Piti, and Emlia Oi. Despite decades of attempts by professional code breakers, intelligence agencies, and amateur sleuths, no one has definitively cracked this cipher. The physical evidence only adds to the enigma. The man possessed unusually developed calf muscles, suggesting a background in ballet or athletics. His hands showed no signs of manual labor, yet his fitness level was exceptional. Most peculiar were his ears. They lacked certain common anatomical features found in roughly 99% of the population. A nurse named Jessica Thompson emerged as a person of interest after police traced a phone number connected to the case. She claimed no knowledge of the dead man, yet witnesses reported she appeared shocked and nearly fainted when shown his photograph. Thompson had connections to the same edition of the Rubaiyat, and some researchers believe she may have been involved in intelligence work during World War II. The theories surrounding this case range from Cold War espionage to forbidden romance gone wrong. Some suggest the man was a Soviet agent, while others propose he was rejected by Thompson and chose self-removal. Recent DNA analysis has provided new leads, but the core mystery remains unsolved after more than 70 years. What makes Taman Shud particularly unsettling is how every piece of evidence seems deliberately obscured, as if someone went to extraordinary lengths to erase this person's existence entirely. Occultistics represents the hidden merger of statistical analysis with occult practices, creating a discipline that mainstream academia refuses to acknowledge. This field involves using traditional divination methods to enhance statistical predictions and employing rigorous data analysis to validate supernatural phenomena. Practitioners claim that certain statistical models become dramatically more accurate when combined with ritual elements. The most documented case involves a hedge fund manager in Switzerland who allegedly increased his portfolio returns by 40% after incorporating tarot readings into his algorithmic trading systems. The foundation rests on the belief that statistical randomness isn't truly random, but follows patterns that can be decoded through esoteric knowledge. Several major corporations supposedly employ occultistics consultants, though these arrangements remain carefully concealed through non-disclosure agreements. These consultants analyze market data using both conventional statistical methods and practices like numerology, astrology, and I Ching readings. The field gained underground attention after Dr. Margaret Holloway, a former MIT statistician, published underground papers showing correlations between lunar phases and stock market volatility that exceeded what traditional models predicted. Her work suggested that incorporating astronomical timing into statistical analysis could reveal hidden market patterns.
Critics Are you winning?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying.
Because you said you were playing Daisy on Xbox. Did you meet any griefers?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm playing on my PvE server.
You're too scared.
Look, I'm getting sick and tired of this shit getting raided like 24/7. Okay, so.
Did you meet any friendly friends?
Oh, there is.
That's good.
Have like traders on here, you know, you can trade your shit or
But what
sell
if you
stuff or
wanted to shoot
whatnot.
them?
Oh, the computer just automatically bans you.
What if it was an accident?
Doesn't matter. You have to show proof. But still, like, no killing allowed and shit.
Within both the scientific and occult communities dismiss occultistics as pseudoscience
But
that
apparently, from what
undermines
I've heard,
legitimate statistical work.
on
However,
Xbox,
supporters
man,
point to
dupers
consistent
are like
results
crazy,
that seem to
like
exceed
everywhere
random
unofficial
chance,
though.
particularly in areas like weather prediction and
Like
economic
I
forecasting.
looked
The
at some of the
practice
servers
requires
and shit, and
extensive
there's just like these like skyscraper like buildings and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like the dupers and like all the hackers and shit, like somehow managed to do it, and I'm just like, how? Like,
this
how?
is so awesome.
I don't know. They don't really make it fun because of that shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Knowledge of both advanced statistics and traditional occult systems, making true practitioners extremely rare. Most work in complete secrecy, sharing findings only.
Brand's like, whoa. And she rips
Whoa,
everything
whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Only within closed networks of similarly trained individuals. Owen Parfit represents one of history's most perplexing vanishing acts, a case that defies
Holy
conventional
shit,
explanation and
okay.
continues to baffle researchers centuries later. In June of 1763, this
Only
74-year-old
different
man was
break
sitting in
cards
his
ever
usual
printed
chair
of
outside his
Scientific
sister's
Example.
farmhouse in Shepton Mallet, England. Parfit had been
Okay,
partially
well,
paralyzed for years, unable to walk without assistance, making him entirely
You're telling me in 1763? What?
dependent on others for
4,
movement.
5, 6, 7,
His sister
8,
Susanna
9,
had stepped
10,
inside
11,
briefly to
12,
fetch something
13,
from the house,
14, 15,
leaving
16,
Owen
17,
exactly where she'd placed him that morning.
20, 21,
When she
22,
returned
23,
just minutes
24,
later,
25,
the chair
26,
sat empty.
27, 28,
Owen
29,
Parfit had
30, 31,
completely
32,
vanished.
33, 34, 35.
The
Only
circumstances make this
35 of these
disappearance
were made. I'm gonna
particularly
try collecting
mystifying.
each one. Oh
Parfit
my
couldn't
gosh.
walk on his own, yet no one reported seeing him being
That's my
carried
goal,
away.
baby.
No footprints led from the
That's my
chair,
goal.
no signs of struggle marked the ground, and no witnesses observed anything unusual despite the farmhouse being located along a well-traveled road.
Like I said, I think
Local
you would like
authorities
this
conducted
server,
extensive searches
but
of the
I don't
surrounding
know.
countryside.
I
They
think you
dragged
like
nearby ponds,
the
scoured
PvEs
the
more,
fields,
though,
and questioned
from what I
every
can
person
see.
in the area. Nothing. Owen Parfit had seemingly evaporated from his
This
chair
is a
like
nice
morning
break
mist.
from just
What makes
constantly
this
having
case
your
even
shit
stranger
just,
is that
fucking
Parfit's
stolen,
clothes were later
and
discovered in
all
different
that,
locations
so.
around the village over the following weeks. A shoe here, a piece of his coat there,
Maybe they're full
all
of
appearing
shit.
in places that had already been
The
thoroughly
what?
searched.
Just a missing wheelchair man.
What? What are you doing? Having a chill. What are you doing, man? Alright, I got a assault visor. Yuppa. Oh. Oh. Did I get rid of it? Oh, what? Oh, shit, I think I did. Oh, man.
The official investigation
Really?
concluded with no explanation whatsoever. The local magistrate's records simply state that Owen Parfit had disappeared under circumstances that could not be accounted for by any known means. Some
I
researchers
did get rid
suggest
of
this
the
case
assault
represents an
visor.
early
Oh,
documented
shit.
instance
No, it's right
of
there.
what would later be
Okay.
categorized as anomalous
411.
disappearances, while others point to it as potential evidence of phenomena that
There we
mainstream
go.
science
And then we're
refuses
just
to
gonna
acknowledge.
combine
The Owen Parfit case remains completely unsolved, a 260-year-old
Combine
mystery that
this.
continues to challenge our understanding of what's actually possible.
perfect.
We're sure she
The
was
odor of
lying.
sanctity refers to a sweet floral fragrance allegedly emanating from the bodies of saints and holy individuals, both in life and after death. This
And we're gonna
phenomenon
take
has been
this, put it
documented
right
by the
back
Catholic
in
Church for
there,
over 1,000
baby.
years, with hundreds of reported cases spanning continents and centuries.
Nice.
The most
nice,
compelling
nice.
aspect isn't
I
just
think
the
you would
smell
like my
itself,
base if you
but the
ever
timing.
came to look at it.
Witnesses
Quite cozy,
consistently
you know?
report these fragrances appearing strongest during moments of religious ecstasy, at the moment of death, or when bodies are exhumed years later. The scent is described as roses, violets, or jasmine, but more intense than any natural flower. Saint Teresa of Avila's body reportedly filled entire rooms with perfume for months after her passing in 1582. When her tomb was opened years later, the fragrance was so overwhelming that witnesses claimed it could be detected from the church courtyard. Similarly, Padre Pio, who died in 1968, was said to emit this scent so strongly during his lifetime that people could detect his presence before
Damn.
seeing him.
Whew.
The church has meticulously documented
It
these
hurty.
cases, requiring multiple independent witnesses before acknowledging the phenomenon. What makes this particularly intriguing is the consistency across different climates, time periods, and cultural backgrounds. Bodies that should have decomposed instead remain preserved, continuing to emit these impossible fragrances decades after death. Medical examiners have struggled to explain how decaying organic matter could produce pleasant aromas. Some researchers suggest the scent might be psychological, a form of mass suggestion during emotionally charged religious experiences. Others point to the convenient timing of these reports, often coinciding with canonization processes where the church benefits from miraculous evidence. The conspiracy emerges in what isn't being said about the preservation methods potentially used, or whether certain oils and substances might be involved in creating these effects.
Okay, maybe I type in buy now. How about that?
Yeah, buy it now, Brandon.